Hi everyone, and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar series, where every week we talk about e-learning trends, share iSpring tips and tricks, and cover clients' cases. My name is Paulina. I am the community manager at iSpring, and I will be the moderator for today's webinar. And I am super excited for today's session because we are going to cover our amazing tool that's called iSpring TalkMaster, and that's included in iSpring Suite. And with iSpring TalkMaster, you will be able to create amazing conversation simulations. And today, our presenter is Elena Douglas. Hi, Elena. Are you ready for the session?
Hi, Paulina. Yes, I'm ready.
Wonderful. So today, Elena will show you how to get going with iSpring TalkMaster and will create a dialog simulation in just 30 minutes, which is amazing. Okay, so before we move on to the actual webinar, I would like to cover a couple of technical things. So, first of all, guys, this session is being recorded, so no worries. You will receive a link to a replay sometime after the webinar, as well as the link to the resource folder so that you can um, repeat after Elena at your own pace and create your own dialect simulation. However, I would like to encourage you to stay till the very end because it's a great opportunity to address your questions directly to our presenter. And to do so, please submit them in the question box, which you will find on the right side of the GoToWebinar panel. I also have my other colleague Anna from Technical Support Department helping us with the questions coming in the chat during this session. So, guys, please keep those questions coming, and we will be happy to take care of them. All right, I think at this point we are more than ready to begin. So, Elena, I am passing the mic over to you as well as the presenter rights.
Thanks, Paulina. Give me just a moment, please. Hello, everyone. My name is Elena, and I'm a technical support engineer at iSpring. Today, I'm going to show you how to work with an amazing tool that many do not know about. Everyone, please meet TalkMaster. With iSpring TalkMaster, you can easily create effective and realistic dialogues that help your learners to avoid most common mistakes while working with people. I'm sure that you want to be effective when working with customers or clients, either it's in sales or tech support. You can easily use your dialog as a practice tool or as a knowledge check. This way, your learners will learn from their mistakes, which is known increases the effectiveness of training. Make your courses more realistic and interactive by implementing any kind of case scenario, choosing a suitable character and location from the built-in libraries, or uploading your own. Besides, you can also enhance dialogues with voiceovers and many other interesting features that I will show you later today. I'm more than happy to share my knowledge with you and demonstrate step by step how to build a conversation simulation from scratch, create parallel scenario branch depending on the user's choice, and use dialogues for skill training and knowledge check. By the end of this webinar, you should be able to create any type of dialogue simulation for your learners. And now let's get started. Let's take a look at the dialogue that I have for today. Let's imagine that you are a sales manager in a car dealership and your main goal is to close the deal. To successfully do this, you have to politely meet a new guest and correctly go through the entire dialogue. In the opened window, you can see the first scene of this dialogue simulation with the description. Let's read this together. Welcome to the Fast Motors Automotive Dealership Showroom. You're a salesperson and your goal for today is to prepare a client to purchase a new car. Here's your new client. After clicking on Start, the scene changes and now we see our first guest entering the car dealership. I will wait for a couple of minutes to allow the guest to look at the cars. After that, we see a message that we did everything right. Now let's go to the next scene to meet our guest. We need to respond to her and greet her politely. Both answers are kind of correct, but the first one is better because it allows us to continue the conversation in a more natural way. Let's go to the next scene by selecting the first answer. Okay, good. Here I have three options for continue this dialogue. Let's choose the incorrect one to see what happens. I will select the second answer. Pleasure to meet you, beautiful Amber. So you're here to buy yourself a car, huh? I see that my client is mad. I will click on continue and my dialogue will be over. Let's finish this dialogue and take a look at the tree structure. I will click finish and here's our dialogue tree. The whole dialogue structure consists of about 100 scenes in total. You can see it right here on my screen. We can see that our dialogue has several dead ends. They are colored in red for our convenience. Now let's go to the top of our dialogue. If I would have chosen the correct option, my dialogue would have continued and led me to closing the deal. Let's see where we stopped. Here it is. I cut off on this scene. However, my dialogue keeps going. Also, as you can see on my screen, there are parallel branching scenarios divided into different topics which are colored in different colors. I will show you how to color scenes a bit later, and you will find the info about building parallel branching scenarios in the other webinars that we held before. Paulina, could you please share the link in the chat? Thank you. By following this link, you can find useful tips and tricks on how to come up with ideas for dialogues or implement dialogues with your e-learning. So today, guys, we will dive into hands-on training. We will create a mini version of the car sale dialogue simulation with the 16 scenes to show you the main idea. So that you can create the dialogue on your own, we have prepared a folder called Resource Folder. You can easily use these files to create the full dialogue at your own pace. The link to this folder will be shared in the chat. You can find all the materials such as text messages and voiceovers in that folder. I will use these files soon. To start creating a dialogue, I need to launch iSpring TalkMaster. There are two ways on how to do that. The first one is from the Windows Start menu, and the second one is from the main iSpring Suite ribbon in PowerPoint. I will launch iSpring TalkMaster from the Start menu. Here I need to find iSpring Suite 9 folder, and then I will select iSpring TalkMaster 9. To start creating a dialog, I will click where it says New Simulation in the opened window. So this blank area is what every dialog starts from. Here we will create some scenes and manage our dialog tree. Let's start creating our new dialog by adding scene number 1. I will find the scene section on the main toolbar and click where it says New Scene. A new window will pop up, and here you can see three main tabs: Content, Images, and Properties. Let's take a closer look at these tabs. In the Content tab, you will enter the character's speech, replies, and messages. By clicking on this gray area, you can add a character to the specific scene, and here you can change the character's emotions to your dialogue to make your dialogue more realistic. As for the button controls, you can preview the specific scene by clicking on the play icon. Make the scene a start scene by clicking on the flag icon. This option comes in handy if you have a big tree structure and want to preview your dialogue only from the specific scene. To delete the scene, just click on this button. Now let's go to the Images tab. Here you can set up a character and a background for a dialog simulation. Basically, you are able to add characters and background images in three different ways. First, you can select them from the built-in library. If for any reason these characters don't fit your content perfectly, you are welcome to insert your own. And that will be the second way. The final way is to add characters from the content library by clicking the content library right here. Now I will close this window. In the Live Properties tab, you can change the color of each scene however you want. Why do we need to do this? As I mentioned previously, different colors allow for easy navigation among specific information blocks within our dialog tree. Great! Now we can return to the Images tab and add a character to our dialog. Let's choose the character from the built-in library. I think this one will work fine. I will close this window, and now I think we are ready to set up a background of a dealership for our scene. Let's click on this black area here, and since our background image is located in the built-in section, let's select this one. Now let's go back to the Content tab, and we have to copy and paste some already prepared text as responses. Click where it says Add Reply 3 times to create 3 answers. Then let's go to the Resource folder and open the script file. Here's our script. If you take a look at this script, you will see the character speech with a person icon, messages with a word bubble, and responses with arrows. I will copy and paste these text messages into the appropriate fields while creating a new scene. I will show you later how you can export the script and why you need to do this. Now I will drag my script to the side so it doesn't cover my screen. And let's copy the reply for the first scene. I will copy it and paste it right here. Here's our second reply option, and here's the third one. So let's preview our scene. Okay, I'm happy with this. Let's keep going. But before closing the preview window, let me cover the main controls on the top bar. If you click where it says Edit Scene, you will be redirected to the window with the Content, Images, and Properties tab to continue editing the current scene. The Replay button allows you to play this scene from the start. You can return to the previous scene by clicking where it says Previous Scene. And one more important thing that I have to mention is that you can preview this project's appearance on a desktop, on a tablet, or on a mobile phone in landscape or portrait modes. How do you like this? Okay, guys, now we are ready to create the next scene. I will share with you one more interesting tip that will save you a huge amount of time. There is no need to click on the new scene icon to create the new scene. You can simply select the response you need and drag the link to create a new scene. Now let's do this together. Let's mouse over this link icon next to the first response, and when you see the text drag to link, just click it and drag a new scene wherever you want. Then release the mouse button to create the second scene, which will be linked with the previous one automatically. Let's continue editing scene number 2 by going to Properties. Here I will select the green color for the current scene to highlight the first info block. By the way, if you go to the Images tab, You will notice that all these images remain unchanged. This is because an option called Same as Previous was automatically applied to the next scenes in our dialogue. I will go to the Content tab and I will copy the text message right here. The emotions are still normal and the color of the scene is green. That's it, our second scene is done. Now I will tell you about one crucial thing that you should keep in mind. Let me show you an example first. I will create the scene number 3 by dragging this link and I will type here a message. Actually, it doesn't matter what you type there. After that, I will create the scene number 4 by dragging this link. And now let's imagine that we do not need scene number 3 anymore. So I will delete this scene. As you can see, the numbering will remain as is for scene number 2 and number 4. And even if I try to recreate the scene number 3, I will get the scene number 5 instead. This feature is super important and helps not to mess up when working with the big tree structures. At this point, I will delete the scene number 5 and return to the scene number 4. I need to drag this link to link our scenes and I will copy and paste the character speech and this scene has one reply option. The emotions are still normal. I will drag this link to create the scene number 5. This scene is green as well and emotions are still normal. This scene has only one text message. I will paste it right here, like this. And by dragging this link, I will create the scene number 6 with 2 replies. I will paste the text in the appropriate boxes. That's it. Now we are ready to create a dead end for the third incorrect option. Let's drag this link here and the scene number 7 has only one message. Sorry, 1 second. I will copy and paste this message right here. So I will change the emotions to puzzled and I will make this scene red because it's a dead end in our dialogue, which means that the dialogue will be finished and learners can't move forward or go back to the previous scene. They need to start the entire dialogue again. Instead of using a dead end and sending your users to the very beginning of the dialogue, you can send them to the previous scene by linking the dead end with it. But now I won't do this. I will create the scene number 8. This scene has a text message. Emotions are puzzled and this scene is red. Now we are ready to create a parallel scenario branches. Let me return to the original dialog and I will show you an example. As you can see on my screen, scene number 6 has 2 responses that both lead to the correct path. So what's the difference? If we select the first response, then the learner will take a shortcut and will jump right to the next info block. However, if we take a look at the second branch, we will see that it has more scenes than the first one. But why? Because if a learner doubted the answer, these additional scenes will fill the gap in knowledge and allow your learner to recollect the missed information or facts in their memory. Okay, good. Let's move it back. And now we have created the first part of our dialogue. I will create the scene number 9 by dragging this link right here. I will change the color to blue, and this scene has a character speech and 3 reply options. I will copy these messages from my script and paste them right here. Okay, now let's create the scene number 10 by dragging this link. This is a green scene, the normal emotions, and this scene has only one message. Here it is. I will close this window and drag the link to create the scene number 11. I will copy the character speech and add one reply. The emotions of the character are still normal. By dragging this link, I will create the scene number 12 that has character speech and 3 replies. I will copy and paste these messages. Our character has regular emotions here. Now, before I create scene number 13, I need to connect the scene number 4 with the scene number 12. Let's create the scene number 13. This is a green scene that has character speech and one reply. By dragging this link, I will create the scene number 14. This scene has only one message, and we need to change the emotions to puzzled. By dragging this link, I will create the scene number 15. I will add character speech and 2 reply options. I will close this window, and now we are ready to create a dead end for our third reply option. This dead end has only character speech and one message, sorry. I will copy this message and paste it right here. Please don't forget to change the emotions to puzzled and change the color to red. The last step is to link the scene number 9 with the scene number 13. So that's it. My congratulations, guys. We are done with our mini version of the dialogue. What questions do you have so far? Please submit them in the question box. Anna will be happy to address them. And to make our dialogue simulation even more engaging, we can add a voice to it. To do that, we need to click where it says voiceover on the main toolbar. And here you can see a script with all messages, replies, and character speech on the left pane of the opened window. As you can see on this pane, we have several ways to record and import voiceovers. If you want to add voice to your dialogue, you have 2 options. You can either send the exported script to professional voice actor or do the voiceovers yourself. If you are doing it yourself, you can record voice either in a third-party app or right inside TalkMaster. You can do this by selecting the scene and clicking the record button on the main toolbar. Or you can click this red button next to each scene. Guys, I hope it doesn't sound too complicated. I promise as soon as you start working in TalkMaster, you will see how easy it is. I will use this red button to start recording. In the small opened window, I want to show you a handy and convenient option called Narration Script. Here you can easily see the text from this scene and read it while recording. Narration script will help you save time and allow you to read your script without printing anything or constantly switching to the text editors. Now I will record a short narration and insert it to our scene as a response to character's speech. Hi, my name is Bill. How can I help you? Great! Here you can see a play icon. If a voice actor records a voiceover for your dialogue, you can send him or her a script where they can find all the text messages with the corresponding emotions. So let me show you how to export the ready-made script. Just click on Export and then Export Script. I will save it to my desktop, for example. Let's give it a name, car sale, for example. I will click Save. The script is very intuitive and easy to understand. Let's take a look at this script. Here it is. I would like to draw attention to the two most important columns here. Those are file names and emotions. Let me note that audio file names have to coincide with the file names in this column if you want to use bulk import. Using these names, the system will automatically connect the audio file with its scene. Make sure that you match the particular recording with the corresponding file name or inform your voice actors about that. As for emotions, this column will help your voice actor to read the text in a more natural way. Now, let's go back to the resource folder. And here you can find a folder called Car Dialog Audio Narration. In this folder, you can find a lot of pre-recorded audio narrations with the corresponding file names. Let's go back to our dialog. And to add all voiceovers at once, I'll use bulk import. To do so, let's click Import, then bulk import. I will click OK here, and I need to select all the files and click Open. You can import WAV, MP3, and BMA files. Now you can see that all responses have voice. By clicking this play button, you can listen to the voiceover. You can also import voiceovers one by one. In this case, it doesn't matter what the name of the file is. Just click on the import and then import from file. Okay, perfect. We have created a dialog and added voiceover to it. Now I will click Close Voiceover Mode and it sends me back to the dialog structure. Let's continue. Now we can customize the color scheme and style of our dialog. To do so, let's click where it says Player and a new window will pop up. In the Main tab, you can enable options to show a title of the dialog simulation and emotion meter. Please keep in mind that the emotion meter can be only in horizontal position. If for any reason your users didn't finish a dialog, you can either allow them to continue from where they left off or start from the very beginning. You can do that in the playback and navigation. To customize the color of the player elements so that it fits with the corporate colors, I will click Colors. The player comes with several pre-designed color schemes. You can choose a scheme from the Color Scheme drop-down menu, or you can set up your own. If we want to edit the player's text messages and button labels, we need to go to the text labels. You can change the text here. And to apply all the settings, don't forget to click on Apply and Close. The last step is to publish our dialog to show you how it works. Let's click where it says Publish to see all available options. The Publish window will pop up and we can see 4 different tabs here. First of all, let me rename my project. Here it is. And to save the converted dialog on a local disk for further distribution via the internet, we need to select My Computer tab. If you want to upload the dialog directly to our cloud storage, then select the iSpring Cloud tab. You can also upload it either to our learning management system called iSpring Learn or to your own LMS by clicking self-titled tabs. Okay guys, let's publish our dialog by selecting My Computer tab to take a look at the ready-made dialog in the browser. To allow users to view dialogs on mobile devices using our free app, just check the box Use iSpring Play app on mobile devices. And I will click Publish. Yes. And while our dialog is being published, I have a quick question for you. Have you already come up with a topic for the dialog that would you like to create? Please share your thoughts in the chat. Now I will click View Simulation button to preview our dialog in the browser. We can see here our character, our background. I can select, for example, the first answer.
Hi, my
And
name is
here
Bill.
we
How can I
see
help?
that we have voiceover. Here's our message. And
Hi. No, thanks.
in the top left corner, you will see scoring and emotion meter in the top right corner. Just to recap, today we have created a dialogue with a parallel branching scenario. We have added a character with emotions and recorded a voiceover to it. Now you can create amazing dialogues by yourself. With the dialogues, your learners will train and improve their communication skills and learn from their mistakes without making them in real life. So I'm pretty happy with our dialogue. How do you like it? Please let me know in the chat. For now, that is all guys, and I hope you enjoyed our webinar.